Let's be honest. When a woman wants you, really wants you, she's not going to just come out and say it. She'll hide it behind attitude, sarcasm, or even indifference. But deep down, her energy gives her away. Because attraction, real, raw, magnetic attraction, can only be hidden for so long. So today, we're diving deep into 6 hidden signs a woman secretly wants to give herself to you, but won't ever admit it out loud. And trust me, these aren't the typical "she touches her hair" kind of signs. These are the ones rooted in her subconscious behavior, in the quiet things she does when she's battling herself. The truth is, most men completely miss these signals. They're waiting for something obvious, something direct. But women don't operate that way, especially when the attraction runs deep. The deeper she feels it, the harder she'll try to hide it, because vulnerability is terrifying. And admitting she wants you means giving you power over her heart. So instead, she speaks in code, through her actions, her energy, her contradictions. And if you know how to read between the lines, you'll see exactly what she's trying not to say. Hidden sign number 1. Her resistance feels like flirting. Ever noticed a woman who seems to push you away, but somehow keeps coming back? She argues, teases, acts uninterested, yet she's always there, in your space, in your messages, in your world. That's not confusion, that's internal conflict. She wants you, badly, but she's fighting it, because giving herself to you means losing control. A woman's resistance isn't always rejection. Sometimes it's her defense mechanism against how strongly she feels. When she resists you but still shows up, she's not protecting her heart from you. She's protecting her ego from herself. Here's what's really happening. She's attracted to you in a way that scares her. Maybe you're not her usual type. Maybe you challenge her in ways she's not used to. Maybe you see through her walls, and that terrifies her. So she creates friction, not to push you away permanently, but to test if you'll stay. You'll notice patterns. She'll be cold one day, warm the next. She'll ignore your message, then text you first hours later. She'll say she's busy, but somehow she's always available when you actually show up. That's the dance of a woman who's fighting her own feelings. And here's the key most men miss. When a woman is truly uninterested, she's consistent about it. She's polite but distant, clear but kind. But when she wants you and is fighting it, she's contradictory, unpredictable, hot and cold. Because part of her wants to pull you closer, and part of her is terrified of what that means. The resistance isn't about you. It's about her fear of surrendering control. And the moment you understand that, you'll stop taking her pushback personally. Instead, you'll recognize it for what it is, a woman at war with her own desire. Hidden sign number 2. She mirrors your energy without realizing it. Watch her body language. If she starts to mimic how you sit, how you talk, even the tone of your voice, that's not coincidence. That's psychological mirroring, one of the deepest unconscious attraction signals. It's her way of syncing with you, emotionally and energetically. If you lean back, she leans back. If you lower your voice, hers softens too. If you laugh, she follows, even if she didn't get the joke. It's not acting, it's instinct, because her body is literally trying to get closer to yours. When her rhythm matches yours, her mind is saying no, but her body's already said yes. This goes beyond simple body language mimicry. This is neural synchronization. When a woman is deeply attracted to you, her brain begins to align with yours. Studies in behavioral psychology show that people mirror those they feel connected to on a subconscious level. It's not just posture, it's breathing patterns, it's speech cadence, it's emotional rhythm. You'll notice she starts using phrases you use. She picks up your mannerisms without realizing it. She begins to think in patterns similar to yours. And this mirroring creates a feedback loop. The more she mirrors you, the more connected she feels. The more connected she feels, the more she wants you. But here's the beautiful part. She has no idea she's doing it. This isn't a calculated move. It's her nervous system responding to yours. It's her subconscious saying, I want to be in harmony with this person. Pay attention to these moments. When you shift your energy, does hers shift too? When you get serious, does she match that tone? When you get playful, does she mirror that lightness? If the answer is yes, her body is already preparing to sync with you on every level. And that's not something you can fake. That's pure biological attraction. Hidden sign number 3. She tests you emotionally. Women test the men they secretly want. It's not to annoy you, it's to reveal you. She'll say something sharp just to see how you handle it. She'll pull back to see if you chase, or if you remain calm. She wants to know, are you grounded enough to handle her emotions, or are you just like everyone else who folds under pressure? Because when a woman's ready to give herself, emotionally or physically, she needs to feel safe. And safety doesn't mean comfort, it means stability under chaos. So the moment she starts testing you, don't get irritated. That's not rejection. That's an invitation to prove you're different. Let's be clear about what these tests look like. She might say something provocative just to gauge your reaction. She might flake on plans to see if you'll get angry or stay composed. She might mention another guy casually, watching your face for signs of jealousy. She might withdraw emotionally, just to see if you'll panic or give her space. These aren't games for the sake of playing games. These are unconscious evaluations. Because here's what she's really asking. Can I trust you with my heart? Will you crumble when I'm difficult? Are you man enough to handle my fire? Most men fail these tests spectacularly. They get defensive, they get needy, they get controlling. But the man who passes, he stays centered. He doesn't chase when she pulls back. He doesn't explode when she tests his patience. He simply remains unbothered, not cold, not indifferent, just grounded. And that groundedness is what makes her feel safe enough to surrender. Because a woman can only give herself to a man who won't be destabilized by her intensity. She needs to know that when she opens up fully, with all her emotions, her fears, her passion, you won't break. So when she tests you, see it as a compliment. She's not doing this to men she doesn't care about. She's doing this to the man she's afraid of falling for. Hidden sign number 4. She opens up about her dark side. A woman will only reveal her darkness to a man she trusts deeply. Her insecurities, her fears, the things she never tells anyone, those are her soul's most guarded secrets. And when she starts letting you see those shadows, it's her way of saying, I trust you with the parts of me I don't even like. Most men think vulnerability is weakness, but in dark psychology, vulnerability is the highest sign of emotional intimacy. Because women don't open up to men they don't want. They only do it when they feel a bond forming that scares them. When she shows you her darkness, it's not just trust. It's her subconscious saying, I want you to know me before you have me. This is where most men misunderstand women completely. They think if a woman is smiling, posting happy photos, always upbeat, she's interested. But that's surface-level attraction. Real, deep desire reveals itself when she lets the mask slip. When she tells you about her broken family. When she admits she's terrified of being abandoned. When she confesses she doesn't always feel as confident as she looks. When she shares her messy past without sugarcoating it. These moments are sacred. Because a woman who's just casually interested will keep things light and flirty. But a woman who's emotionally invested will let you see her unfiltered. She'll tell you about the ex who broke her, the trauma she's still healing from, the dreams she's too afraid to chase, the version of herself she hides from the world. And when she does this, she's not looking for you to fix her. She's looking to see if you'll accept her. Will you judge her darkness, or will you hold space for it? Will you use her vulnerability against her, or will you protect it? Because the moment you prove you can handle her truth without running, that's when her walls start to crumble. That's when she begins to imagine what it would feel like to fully surrender to you. Not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, completely. Hidden sign number 5. Her body language betrays her words. She says she's not that into you, but her eyes linger a little too long. She brushes her hair to the side when she's near you. Her breathing changes. Her tone softens. She finds little reasons to be around you, even if she pretends it's accidental. You'll notice she tilts her head slightly when listening, exposes her neck subtly, or stands closer than usual. These are ancient attraction cues, primal, not conscious. Even when she's trying to play it cool, her biology exposes her desire. So when her words say, I'm not ready, but her body says, come closer, always believe the body. The body never lies. You can train yourself to say the right things. You can control your facial expressions. You can even suppress your emotions. But you can't fake micro-expressions. You can't control pupil dilation. You can't stop your body from leaning towards someone you're attracted to. Here's what to watch for. Her eyes. Does she hold eye contact longer than necessary? Do her pupils dilate when she looks at you? Does she glance at your lips when you talk? Her proximity. Does she find excuses to be physically near you? Does she invade your personal space without realizing it? Does she accidentally touch you more than others? Her posture. Does she face you fully when you're in a group? Does she angle her body toward yours even when talking to someone else? Does she open up her posture, uncrossing arms, exposing her torso? Her voice. Does her voice get softer when she's alone with you? Does she laugh at things that aren't that funny? Does her tone become more feminine, more gentle? Her touch. Does she find reasons to touch your arm, your shoulder, your hand? Does she playfully hit you when you tease her? Does she adjust your collar, pick lint off your shirt, fix your hair? These aren't conscious decisions. These are biological responses to attraction. Her limbic system, the primal part of her brain, is screaming, "I want this person." And even though her logical mind might be saying, "Play it cool," her body can't help but reveal the truth. So stop listening to her words when they contradict her actions. Pay attention to the signals she can't control, because that's where her real feelings live. Hidden sign number 6. She starts to imagine a future with you without saying it. This one's subtle but powerful. She'll start dropping hints, not directly but in small ways. She'll say things like, "You'd look good in that car," or "You'd be a great dad," or "If I ever got married, I'd want it to feel peaceful like this." It sounds casual, but it's not. Her mind is painting pictures of what life could be like with you. She's already mentally and emotionally investing herself in your presence. And when a woman starts to do that, she's halfway yours already. When she starts imagining you in her future, she's not just thinking about dating you. She's thinking about surrendering to you. This is one of the most powerful signs because it reveals long-term investment. A woman who's just physically attracted might flirt, might hook up, might enjoy your company. But a woman who's emotionally invested starts building scenarios. She starts to wonder, what would it be like to wake up next to him every day? How would he handle meeting my family? Could I see myself building a life with him? And these thoughts slip out in subtle ways. She mentions a restaurant and says, "We should go there sometime." She talks about a trip she wants to take and includes you without asking. She comments on how you'd fit into her world, her friends, her lifestyle, her dreams. She starts remembering small details about you, things you mentioned weeks ago. She asks about your future plans, your ambitions, your values. She begins to care about your growth, not just your attention. This is where surface-level attraction transforms into something deeper. Because when a woman starts projecting you into her future, she's no longer guarding her heart. She's opening the door. And once that door opens, it's only a matter of time before she walks through it completely. Now let's get real for a second. Most men chase words. They wait for her to say, "I want you." But women speak through emotion, energy, and subtle cues. If you learn to read her actions, her tone, her silence, her contradictions, you'll see what she's trying not to say. Because when a woman wants to give herself to you, it's not just physical, it's emotional surrender. And she'll only give that to a man who makes her feel both safe and desired. The key is understanding that these signs aren't isolated. They work together. They build on each other. She might resist you, sign number 1, while also mirroring you, sign number 2. She might test you emotionally, sign number 3, while her body betrays her words, sign number 5. She might open up about her darkness, sign number 4, while imagining a future with you, sign number 6. And when multiple signs appear together, that's when you know it's real. That's when you know she's not just attracted to you, she's falling for you. The question is, are you ready to receive that? Because a woman's surrender isn't something to take lightly. It's sacred. It's her choosing to trust you with the most vulnerable parts of herself. And if you're not ready to honor that, to protect it, to nurture it, to reciprocate it, then you're not ready for her. So next time you sense tension, mixed signals, or quiet attraction, don't overthink it. Pay attention to her energy, not her words, because her lips may lie, but her eyes never do. And once you learn to read the language beneath the language, you'll never be confused by her silence again. You'll see the truth in her resistance, the desire in her tests, the longing in her body language, the commitment in her future thinking. And when you finally recognize all these signs together, you'll realize something profound. She's been trying to tell you all along. She just needed you to be wise enough to listen. If this video opened your eyes, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And when you're done, check out our other videos on dark psychology, attraction, and hidden female behavior to understand women on a level most men never reach. Because the truth is, once you learn how to read her mind, you'll never be confused by her silence again. You'll become the man who sees what others miss, the man who understands what she can't say, the man she's been waiting for.